Hi, my name is Mary Gerald, and before we get started, I'll just let you see that there's no textbooks or anything around. You can just take a quick look. Okay, so like I said, my name is Mary Gerald. These are going to be the directional terms used in Lab 1. I'll just show real quick to the camera that this is my little checklist that we had on Blackboard to go by. And our subject today will be my mom, Melody. So thank you to her for helping me out. So we'll get started. So the first two terms on the list are left and right. Pretty simplistic, but we'll give an example of that. So an example would be this shoulder is on the left of her sternum, whereas this shoulder would be to the right of her sternum. Then we also have inferior and superior. Inferior meaning below, superior meaning above. So an example of that would be her collarbone here is considered superior to her abdomen. Her abdomen would then be inferior to her collarbone. Now we also have posterior and anterior. This can also be interchangeably used with ventral and dorsal. Interior or ventral meaning to like the front of the body, whereas posterior and dorsal meaning like kind of towards the back of the body. So an example of that would be your nose would be anterior or ventral to your ears, vice versa, your ear would be posterior or dorsal to your nose. Then we also have proximal or distal. Proximal and distal are only kind of used with like the limbs of the body. Proximal meaning it's kind of closer to the point of attachment versus distal being farther away. So an example of this would be your elbow would be proximal compared to your wrist. Your wrist would be distal compared to your elbow. We also have lateral and medial. Medial meaning it kind of runs along this imaginary midline in your body, lateral being further away. So an example, her thumb would be considered lateral. Her pinky finger here would be considered medial. And last but not least, we have superficial and deep. Superficial meaning kind of closer to the surface of the body, deep being more interior to the body. We can't see this exactly, but an example would be like her skin would be considered superficial to her muscle, and the muscle would be considered deep compared to the skin. So that sums up our directional terms.